the next step in our installation process for Mac OS computers is installing Homebrew. Homebrew is a package manager for Mac OS, and a simple way that I can describe it is it's a program that you run in your terminal that allows you to download and install applications. Typically, when you install applications, you might get them from the App Store, or you might go to a website and then download the file. This is basically the exact same thing, except for use in the terminal. And it's actually really elegant. If I scroll down here, you can take a look. This is an example of how easy it is to install a sample program. In this case, the command is brew, then the word install, then the program you want to get. And you can actually install a whole bunch of things this way. You can install web browsers and photo manipulation applications and video editors. There's a whole bunch of software and open source technologies that are available to install via Homebrew, including Ruby, right? So you can head to Homebrew's official website, which is brew.sh. And at the very top, you'll see this Install Homebrew header. And underneath it, you'll see a command that you need to copy and paste to your terminal. You want to make sure that you avoid this $sign and just get this command. And the easiest way to do this is by simply clicking this clipboard icon on the right. That will automatically copy that text to your clipboard. So now we can head to our terminal. And here we want to paste that command. And for me, that's going to be Command V on a Mac. Same thing for you. So there's the command we want. And I'm going to execute it by pressing the Enter key. It's going to ask you for your password. This is the password for the user account that you are currently logged into. All right. And another thing to note about entering passwords in the terminal, due to security reasons, you're not actually going to see the characters that you type. It's a little bit of a mind trip the first time you see it, but just type out your password as you normally would, realizing that the characters are not going to appear on screen, but are still being registered with the terminal. So right here, I'm going to type in my password very carefully so I don't embarrass myself on the video. Then I'm going to press enter. And if it successfully validated the password, it's going to bring up this next section. It's going to show you all the directories in which it's going to install Homebrew and its required dependencies. At that point, you can press enter, and that will start the actual process of creating those folders on your computer. All right. That's really all there's to cover in this lesson. This process might take a couple minutes, just like our Xcode select install in the previous lesson. But when it is done, there we go. When it is done, we now have brew installed. And one way that we can validate that is by simply executing the command brew. And when I execute that, we're going to see effectively a documentation menu. You can almost think of this like the lobby of the library. And it's going to show us all of the available commands that we can run with brew. So for example, the one we're going to be looking for eventually is brew install, which, as you might have guessed, installs a certain piece of software on your computer. So once brew is working, we are all set, and I will see you in the next lesson.